The Rafters ASMR. Come away with me. Hi, I thought we could do a makeup tutorial. I love makeup. I would say that makeup is my hobby, so I would enjoy showing you what I do for daily wear. The first thing I like to start with is a clean face, and I like to use Neutrogena wipes just to make sure I have all the little dots of mascara or any kind of leftover residue just clean and removed. Nice and crinkly. I think I'm pretty good. I have some freckles in weird places that I always think are dirt. They're not. It's not grime, it's wrinkles. Wrinkles and freckles. Make sure everything is nice and clean. Want a clean slate to start. If you do not have, I highly recommend you getting a makeup fan. I have a makeup fan because I am super extra, and I use the makeup fan. It's not a makeup fan, it's just a fan my son got as a party favor many years ago at a birthday party, and I liked it, so I traded him for it. I bought him a pack of gum and he gave me this fan, which has become my makeup fan. I use it to dry my face after I moisturize or tone, or if I'm trying to set primer or anything that's a liquid. Highly recommend. Very nice to have. We'll use it again shortly. Next step for me is moisturizing. I am not married to any moisture brands, so I kind of cycle through them as I am interested in them. If I feel like I'm not getting a good response from my skin, I'll start on something else. But right now what I'm using is from Trader Joe's. It's the Ultra Hydrating Gel Moisturizer with aloe and green tea extract. This is what I use when I'm moisturizing in the morning. When I'm getting ready for bed at night, I use Trader Joe's marula oil. You can see that. And I've really liked what this has done for my skin. But we'll put on a little of the moisturizer. I like to tap it on and then smooth it on. It may look like I'm using a lot of pressure, but I'm not. It's a very light touch. And one thing I like about this gel moisturizer is it goes on really smoothly. I get my eyebrows. I don't put it on my eyelid, but I do get under my eye. Just like right here, I don't put it all the way up to my eyelash line. And then I like to put it down onto my neck. And then what's left, I like to put on my hands. It makes my hands feel luxurious. So for day-to-day makeup, I don't like to do anything that's really heavy. I have more mature skin, and I feel like anything too heavy, it starts to look cakey. So one of the things I like to use is L'Oreal's Lumi Glotion. Now you remember the little wipe I started with. I keep this off to the side to wipe my hands in between times I use my hands. I don't use, look, I'm old. Back in the 80s when I was learning to apply makeup, we didn't use brushes and beauty blenders and sponges for everything. We just slathered things onto our hands and caked it onto our faces. So I'm kind of still from that school of thought. If I'm putting on like a load of foundation, then I will use a beauty blender or brush. But the glotion goes on like so. Will it focus? It's a little bit of shimmer. And I like this because I feel like it makes my skin start to look dewy. We all want to look dewy. The 80s were so matte. So again, I'm tapping it on, just kind of pressing it in. You can already see it just kind of, I don't know, it brings something out in my skin and I really like it. I do not like sticky hands, so I'm gonna wipe off my hands. I cannot stand having sticky hands. I don't like dirty hands. I don't like dirty fingernails. That's a pet peeve for me. It was so difficult for me to sit through the Lord of the Rings movies and The Hobbit because everyone's fingernails were so filthy. I just couldn't. Okay, this is not a really tacky glotion, so I don't need to use my makeup fan, but I like my makeup fan, so I'm just going to give myself a little zhuzh of air. Alright, so I do like the way this looks, but I feel like it's too shiny on my nose, maybe a little too shiny on my forehead. So the next thing I like to use is a little bit of MAC Studio Fix. The color I use is NW20. And here is where I use a brush. So I have a little flat, I don't know the names of brushes, I just know what I use. So I just take a little on my brush and I start on my nose. Bring it out onto my cheeks and kind of on my upper lip. Then I do the same thing on my forehead. Just where I feel like I need a little more matte. And if I'm going to be applying cheek color, it will come up where the cheek color will go, so it'll have more of a base. And I put this on my eyelids as a primer. Because most days I don't put on eyeshadow, I just wear mascara and eyeliner. And my eyelids are a little oily, but the Studio Fix is matte, so it kind of soaks up that oil. You can see the difference. And it just gives me a nice, clean palette. With the Studio Fix is a little beauty sponge. So I take my little beauty sponge, and you can see I only use a little bit of it, and make a little angle, and then I go under my eyes with it. Just a little bit, very gently, because I don't want this to cake in my lady creases. I shouldn't say lady creases, that sounds creepy, but you know, my crow's feet. Crow's feet sounds awful. I have a lot of wrinkles. It's okay. We all age. It's fine. That's what I keep telling myself. And listen, my nose always gets really itchy when I put anything on around it. So I'm like, and some mornings when I'm putting on my makeup, I have to redo my nose 2 or 3 times because I've scratched everything off before I've even gotten to my eyeliner. I'm just putting on a little more because I've felt like my nose was still too shiny. Alright, next step. It's a very simple makeup tutorial. I am going to do my winged eyeliner. I have hooded eyes, so if I did my eyeliner the normal way where you just draw it on, when I open my eyes, the wing would disappear. So I like to outline where I want my wing to be, and then I go in and I fake it out so that when I open my eyes, it actually looks like I have continual eyeliner. I don't know. From Ulta, I got this in a kit. It's a cat eyeliner stamp, and it's shaped kind of like a triangle, a big piece of pie, a pie wedge. And one of the reasons I like it is because it's made it a little easier for me to see exactly where I need to put the eyeliner. Now I've got a mirror over here, and I'm going to be using the mirror to put on my eyeliner because I don't have my contacts in and I can't see. It's the best makeup tutorial ever, isn't it? Okay, so I've got my little stamp, and I want like a wing that's going to come out to the side rather than more up. So more up is that like cat eye, fox eye. I'm going to make more of a bat wing. Maybe I can. No, I can't. Maybe I can. Maybe I can do this. All right. Maybe I can do it looking into the camera. So no, because I have to look straight up. If I don't look straight up, I get the line in the weird place. So I'm going to look in this mirror over here. Stamp. Stamp. And this one is not right. It's in the wrong direction. You can see this one's going up a lot more. So, I have a box of Q-tips on standby. I'm going to take a Q-tip and I'm going to take some Trader Joe's rose water. Just dampen that Q-tip. I'm going to roll it out on the back of my hand a little bit so it's not sopping wet. And then I will erase that line. I did the wet side and then the dry side. And now I'm going to use my little Studio Fix brush to cover over my mistake. Let's see if I can do this right. Huh? Look. Okay, I'm serious. This is a serious makeup tutorial. Yes, I got it right that time. Okay. So if you do not have hooded eyelids, when you put on your stamp, it's going to be one line. But because I have hooded eyelids, when I open my eyes, part of my upper eyelid covers the lower, so you see there's an indent. I'm going to use that indent as a pattern to create my bat wing. I always keep coffee nearby too. Drink a little coffee. Let me put this back in my drawer. My favorite eyeliner right now, I cycle through favorite eyeliners, is the NYX Epic Ink in black. Excuse me. And the reason I like it is that it stays on longer and better. Now, I'm going to try to do this using the camera as a mirror. What I want to do is go in and I want to even out this line, give it a little point, And now I'm going to come in from here. Oh, this is not what I'm used to. This is not at all like a mirror. I just use really feathery little strokes all the way across. Then I'm going to go back, kind of thicken that up a little. Come in like that. Now, when I open my eye, you see part of my wing doesn't match. So I want to match this up. But I'm going to have to look in the mirror to do that. So I'll just talk to you while I look in the mirror and do this. And it's still a makeup tutorial, right? It's still a makeup tutorial. I'm going to draw this across like a little line. And then I'm going to make a little swoosh, swoosh. See my swoosh? And here's where having a makeup fan comes in handy, because you don't want to open your eye while your liner is wet, especially if your eyelids are hooded, because then your eyeliner will be all over your eyelid. So I like to fan it till it's dry a little. And now, when I open my eye and look directly at you, it's a little better. I've still got to work on it. I've got to make it perfect. This takes a long time. I'm pretty happy with that. So we'll move on to eyeball number 2. You can tell I've been using this a while. The little liner things are getting kind of messed up. You don't have to be perfect with your eyeliner. You just have to have Q-tips around to help you clean up your mistakes when you make them. And I make a lot of them. Good times. I'm not going to bother to put any powder on over that because I'm just going to draw over it anyway. So I've made a huge mistake over here, of course. And this is where you can very easily turn into Amy Winehouse. So you see, I made this bat wing a lot bigger than this bat wing. I could wipe it all off and start again. I could try to get a Q-tip and skinny this down, but it's just easier to try to make this one match this one. So I'm just going to make my bat wing a little bigger. Well, we're going to have some drama here. That's maybe too big for my face. But we're just gonna go with it because this is really more of an ASMR video than me telling you how to do your makeup. I have so many lights on I can't really see whether or not I've done this properly. I don't think I have. That's alright. One of the most important things we can do in life is allow ourselves to make mistakes and not be upset by them, but to learn from them and grow from them and, maybe get something good out of it. I'm actually pretty even here, I think. Alright. That's done. I'm telling you, this has taken 20 minutes, but it's such a simple routine. Then I put on my mascara, and I love this mascara. I'm obsessed with this mascara. It's Lash Princess by Essence, and this is the false lash effect. I also love this one by Essence, and I've worn off. I guess I had oil on my hands when I was using this, and so the name rubbed off. But the difference is this is a curved brush. So I think I'll go ahead and use that. Curved brush. Ooh, you know what I need to do first, though? I need to curl my lashes just a little. My lashes are so blonde. They're pretty much invisible. And curling them helps a little. When you curl your lashes, you don't want to go all the way down to the root. You just want to get the ends a little and pinch. And that's all. Ooh, satisfying sound. That's actually bad for the mascara. You don't want to push your mascara in and out to load your wand. You want to push it in and roll it around on the inside. Pro tip from an amateur. I am not married to any brand of makeup. Most makeup is made by the same 5 companies, same 5 factories, owned by the same big names. So there are so many dupes out there. I just buy what I think looks good on me and what feels good on my skin. When I was buying that Trader Joe's gel, I just wanted to try it. It was I think it was like $12, $9 or $12. And the guy at the cash register told me that he had some ladies come in buying that, saying that it was a dupe for a La Mer, which is nice. And if I had all the disposable income in the world, I would still shop drugstore brands. Because I love going to the drugstore and just standing in the makeup aisle. Back before the pandemic, when you could just go to the store whenever you wanted, and it was safe. If I was having a bad day, I would go to CVS or Walgreens and just look at lip gloss. Buy a new lip gloss. It was my self-care, which is kind of how I've ended up with so many lip glosses and lipsticks, and so many of them are exactly the same color. I forget I have them. It's that ADHD object permanence thing. Okay, so mascara done. I don't feel like you can really see a difference, but I know there is a difference. I've been using this Glossier Boy Brow for my eyebrows lately. It's like a blonde color. and I like it. I also, it's time for me to do this, I use beard dye to dye my eyebrows. Maybe I should do a tutorial video on that. Be good ASMR watching me dye my eyebrows. Right. My nose is still very itchy. I'm sure there's an audience for sniffle sounds out there somewhere. When I first started listening to ASMR videos, I hated mouth sounds. Now I like them. You can see up this close that I have some stray hairs I need to pluck, but we're not going to do that in this video. I had a tweezing mishap over here recently, and so I'm a little patchy. Alright, eyebrows done. So lips. I have this LA Girl, total drugstore brand, Perfect Precision lip liner in the color Blushing, and I've been really into this lately. I need to sharpen it. Let me do that real quick. It's sort of a satisfying sound. Okay, I like to go right under my natural lip line on bottom. My face is totally asymmetrical. My lips are completely asymmetrical, and I just gave up years ago on trying to have the same face on either side. What I have started doing lately is overdrawing my Cupid's bow. I like that look. Then I like to color in a little. See this? I have this big black freckle in the middle of my lip. It's a freckle. I've been to the dermatologist. He said it was fine. I was worried it was cancer. It wasn't. Thank you. Now I'm going to get a clean Q-tip. Go through a lot of Q-tips. And I'm going to blend it out. If it's just daily wear, I may not put on a lipstick. Instead, I have a gloss that I've been using that I love. It's another drugstore brand. It's by Milani. It's called a Rose Balm. You can see it's just a balm, but it gives a little tint. A nice little glow. I think it's very nice. Last but not least, it's blush time. I use a MAC powder blush sometimes. Sometimes I use Glossier Cloud Paint. I really like this. Sometimes I use Lipstick Queen made this cream blush from Frog Prince, the lipstick that they had. I haven't been able to find it anymore, so I don't know if they make it anymore. But they also did a black lace rabbit, and I like the two of those. One of them's really pinky, and I love that in the springtime, and the other one is kind of plummy dark. I like it when I'm going for a goth look. But this is MAC in Mocha. And I load up my brush And then I just like to hit the apples of my cheeks. I have a very round face, and I feel like this is the best placement for me. Your best placement may be somewhere else. I want to look happy. Happy little happy. If I'm feeling like I need a little less face, then I will go in with a Beauty Benefits contour palette. This little guy. Just pick up some here, shake it out a little, and then I just go from my ear kind of down. I want to make sure I get my ear so it doesn't look, like the color doesn't look creepy. If I want to get really fancy with my contour, I'll do my nose, or I've got a slight dimple in my chin, and I like to make that look a little deeper. Give myself a little butt chin. But that's it. This is me. And then I have to fix my hair. But I'm actually getting ready for bed now, so I've just put on all this makeup, and I'm about to take it off. I hope you have a good night. I'm going to have a good night. Or if it's morning, I hope you have a good day. Whatever time it is, I hope it's good for you. And if you enjoy makeup, then experiment with it, play around with it. Don't look for perfection in it unless that is what works for you. But don't get stressed over it. Just enjoy it. It's a way to decorate your space. And I enjoy decorating my space. And I hope you have enjoyed decorating with me.